Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of these decks, or maybe all of these decks, could be a story for you. I want you to focus your energy on each deck as I hold them up to the screen and see if it's speaking to you. We'll go ahead and hold up deck number one. Could your story be here in deck number one? Okay. Or is your story here in deck number two? Is your story here in deck number two? Or is your story here in deck number three? Could your story be here? Okay, and also you guys, I know I'm going to get a ton of questions about the middle deck. This is the Light Seers Tarot. They are on Instagram. You can check her out. Her name is Chris Ann. She's the creator of this deck. And then you guys, some people are still asking about this deck. The first one, it is the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas. And this is the vice versa tarot. I know everybody's like, what decks are you using? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. That's deck number three. We moving you over there. Over there. Start with deck number one. We have here the Sun, Seven of Cups, Four of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the God of Swords. Central issue, Judgment, Ten of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Okay, so central issue is about unfinished business, getting back to basics here. You are having to answer your calling. Something has been trying to get your attention. Something maybe was put on hold. Maybe something has had ended, and now there's like a second chance. There's like a resurrection. Someone may be coming towards you, or you may be coming towards someone. I'm seeing someone also who maybe has the spirit animal. The butterfly is the spirit animal. I feel like something is getting ready to be born. It could be a literal baby or child, or it could be the birth of a relationship. I also feel like for some of you, you may have had some sort of dream that someone was on the way to you, or that you were getting ready to enter some sort of new phase in your relationship. But of course, I feel like maybe you had to walk away from something that had ended. If you had to let someone go in the past, I think what it is that you're getting prepared for this new relationship where you're going to have a sense of peace, fulfillment, and happiness. Something is also getting ready to come into fruition. We go from something that is happening in spirit and thought and just like the heart's desire to a reality, but it's going to take some sort of group effort. It's like it takes a village is what I'm getting. Like something that whatever you're going towards is, I feel like you need help. Like you can't do something alone. I feel like everyone gets to their destination by themselves, but then you meet up with a soul family or group, whether this is to help establish a business. Now, matter of fact, I see family business for some of you. I don't know why this has been coming out for the past couple of months, but I feel like there's something in regards to family business. Maybe this is like the people that you work with are like family to you. But it's something that's time. You are being guided to the group of people that will further assist you on your path here. And I see you emerging here. I feel like the spotlight is on you. It is your time to shine. I feel like good news is on the way. You might receive a phone call that you've been waiting for. Maybe you have been waiting. You're like, I did not receive a message. You've been checking your messages. You've been checking your inbox. You've been doing all of this stuff, checking your phone. And finally, you have some sort of clarity about whatever it is that you have been desiring and waiting for. Maybe you had some sort of premonition some months ago, maybe 3 months ago, 3 years ago, 3 weeks ago. And now it finally comes into fruition here. Some of you, I feel like you are stepping into your own. I feel like maybe some of you are supposed to be performers. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's like you're getting recognition. People are noticing you. You're shining. Even if it's as simple as you going outside, and all of a sudden everybody's like complimenting you. Oh, you look so nice today. Oh, I love your hair. Where'd you get that outfit? Oh, those earrings. I've never seen them before. Where'd you get that watch? Those shoes. People are just like really complimenting you, and you are. Someone is really spoiling you with compliments here. This can also go in matters of love too. Maybe someone is giving you the attention that you deserve here. You might be showing off, but she's also holding like a pair of doves in her hands. So this also could be almost like an angel. This could be an angel that is giving you love or putting you together, or playing Cupid here. Maybe you don't recognize it, but this is like an invisible light being putting two people together. Or maybe that is your calling. Maybe it's your calling to start a dating app, some type of way. Maybe you're some sort of matchmaker. Maybe you just got your own show where you're matchmaking, or bridging the gap between people and their dreams, making people's dreams a reality, some type of way. I feel like your dreams are coming true. And it also, whatever that you had some sort of illusions about, it's time for you to have clarity about it. Something that you were confused about. Maybe you didn't know what you wanted, what your calling was, who the right person was for you. Now there's going to be clarity in the matter. Maybe you're able to see through the illusions. And not only that, I think your confusion also came from being too close to a situation. You were blinded by the truth, or you were blinded by someone who was too close to you. For some of you, your dream is right in front of your face. It's like it's right there. It's not unattainable. Maybe you thought it was something that was too good to be true. Maybe your judgment was just clouded because of past emotional traumas. Maybe your very best friend is the love of your life. So there's a lot of things that could be going on. Like the answers, like I feel like it's literally right in front of you, but you've been too close to see it. Whatever you've been wanting, a business, love, anything, fame, career change. Now here, there's a need. Sometimes you feel like you need to isolate yourself. Especially if you become very creative and you're busy. I feel like you get exhausted. You're like, oh, this is so tiring. I just need a break. I need some time to myself. I keep getting something like a solo artist as well. Someone is starting to work on their career as a solo artist. Even if it's like a solo, maybe you've been preparing for a big solo, like if you're part of an orchestra, you have like a solo flute piece or a solo cello piece. Some of you have been prepared for that, and you have the love and support of your family to carry this out. So here, yeah, I'm getting preparation. Like some of you feel like you've been working so hard to achieve a dream. And maybe you've had some sort of setbacks. Maybe you just felt like, you know, you've been praying for help. You went to Spirit, you went to the front desk and you were like, Spirit, I need help. And they were like, here's your ticket. It's making me think of Beetlejuice. And your ticket number is like ticket number 5,200,000, 300, such and such. You know, and it's just like, oh, are you serious? It's like, yeah, your prayers, finally your prayers are like getting answered. You get to have some help. But you had to wait for it. You know, everything that has been happening has been preparing you for this. Maybe you had a dream 3 years ago, and there was a secret message in that dream or a coded message in that dream, and now all the pieces of it are finally starting to make sense. Now, maybe some of you have hit rock bottom, or you will hit rock bottom before this happens, right? It's like, you know, the saying, it's always the darkest before the dawn. So maybe some of you have been in a place of darkness and you felt overwhelmed. I feel too like this is someone who was patient at first, and then just patience ran out. You lost faith, you lost hope. You went into a period of grievance. You know, you were just kind of so over it, so over everything. You're like, I'm sick of life. I'm sick of the universe. I'm sick of this, that, and the other. I'm tired of looking at other people achieve their goals and their dreams. I'm sick of seeing people get married. I'm sick of this. You know, it's like, I just feel like you got fed up with everything after trying to be so patient. This, you know, you trying to be all namaste here, and then finally here it's just like nothing but curse words spilling out of you. It's like you're cursing the universe or you're cursing God. And then it's like, that's how you feel? I was just gonna grant you your wish. You sure you want to take that back? You know, it's just like, finally, here's your answer. Here's your clarity. Here's some sort of results, you know. So be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you're putting out into the universe. But something or someone will be manifesting for you. It could be any sign, could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, maybe Leo, or maybe before Leo season is over, you get your wish. I am seeing something like, if you could just hold on a little longer, because I see something getting ready to happen right at the end. And today is the 30th. We have one more day before we go into August. So either this is saying that something's getting ready to happen as quickly as the end of the month, like moving right into August, or you have to have a little more patience to wait until the end of August. So let me go ahead and clarify a couple of things here. Let's see what this good news is. No, you know what? I'm going to look at the Seven of Cups, because this is something that you were confused about or needed more clarity about. You're like, tell me more about this part. Who should I choose? There's a lot of people I'm interested in. Who's best for me? You're going to end your, this is the process of elimination, or you may be getting ready. You're either in the midst of the process of elimination. If you were dating several people, or this is what you need to do. Something's going to be quite apparent at some point. I almost feel like easy. The answer is in your dream. You just dreamed about it, or you'll have a dream the day you see this video. That night you'll have a dream. I don't know. I just feel like something already was revealed in a dream, whether it was a name, an image, a whole scenario, something in regards to your crystals. You might need to meditate on a crystal or put one of your crystals under your pillow. You're on your way to victory. Okay, so it is talking about something that you were confused about, something that you were indecisive about. This is also something that keeps, it's almost like an opportunity that keeps getting presented to you, but it's like it keeps coming and then you dismiss it and it goes away and it keeps coming back. I feel like some sort of opportunity has been coming back around over and over again. This also could be, it could be a financial opportunity. It could be an opportunity with a person. Maybe it's someone who has been in and out. I also feel like someone keeps changing their mind. They keep coming forward and then turning around and saying, no, 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 I'm not going to do it. You may have been seeing repeated messages. I know I got like a cluster of 22s just randomly pop up last night. I was like, oh my God, the universe is screaming at me. Somebody is torn. Someone is very guarded. Someone is afraid to let their guards down. Someone may be keeping their personal thoughts to themselves, or being too private, too secretive, expecting someone to read your mind. Someone keeps putting off a trip. So I don't know if this was something that you dreamed about. You said, this has always been my dream to drive cross country, or to travel here, to travel there. You keep putting back a dream. You keep putting it on the back burner and then picking it up and saying you're getting ready to do something, and then you stop. This time, I think you're going to follow through with it after a couple of more I don't knows, and then you'll finally follow through with it. Now, also, this can be speaking about someone that is around you. I still say don't wait on anyone. Be open to whatever the universe has for you, whoever the universe has for you. Don't get stuck on one person. But it could be a situation where you're waiting to hear back from somebody. And this is what they are going through. 1 minute they keep looking at your number, or they keep looking at your pictures, and they keep saying, okay, let me call them, and they stop. And then finally, someone will let their guards down and face their fears and call you or reach out to you. Or, like I said, this is happening with you. I also see some sort of secret trip. Someone maybe wants to plan a surprise birthday party or a surprise trip. I'm also feeling like something in regards to secret communication or secret messages. Someone could also, or you may have been sending messages to someone through dreams, or someone has been doing this, even if it's unintentional, like some sort of communication back and forth between two people in dreams. It's like, because there is lack of communication, you guys just keep dreaming about one another until one of you works up the nerve to move forward in a situation. I also feel like someone's power struggles, or because two people were headstrong, they missed out on an opportunity to reconcile. Let me look at this Ten of Swords. Someone is having a hard time confessing that they are hurt or have been hurt or have been going through some sort of pain, even if it's physical or mental. Someone has not spoke up about it, but I feel like they will. But somebody needs to regain their strength. I almost feel like someone's been in timeout. It's like you go in timeout. So maybe this could literally be dealing with children. Maybe someone has been in a doghouse romantically. Maybe you just put yourself in a timeout and just disconnected from everybody. Maybe you unplugged from, the other social media platforms, except for this because you're watching it. But maybe you're no longer on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat, whatever it is that you usually are talking or chattering about. It's like you stopped. You just went completely silent so that you could gain clarity, so that you could gain a different perspective. I feel like there was something that you had to sacrifice. I feel like you had to sacrifice your voice. You were like, let me silence myself. It's like a silent protest. And someone heard you loud and clear. So, maybe there's been some things going on in your family or your partnership. Or even if this has to do with your business, I feel like someone had to make a silent protest. Even if you walked into work for a whole week and you didn't say anything and people are like, why are you so quiet? Oh my God, it's driving me how quiet you are. Why aren't you talking? And I just feel like you're going to emerge once you have everyone's attention. Someone has something to say that is very shocking or surprising. It might be good news, it might be bad news. For some, I feel like it could go either way. Some of you will receive good news, like that you're pregnant. Some of you might hear bad news that somebody got somebody pregnant. It might be news about the paternity. I'm also getting something in regards to, it's like all of a sudden a dream comes true, or some sort of wish fulfillment. See, dream coming true. I'm trying to see why it's being ignored. See, okay, so something happened. I feel like the Emperor found the love of his life, or maybe you found the love of your life. Whatever the case, the feeling was mutual on both ends. This attraction, this desire, I want to be with you, I want to build a family with you, or I want to build a business or life with you. I don't care. I just feel like this was a conversation. It was discussed, something you guys started laying the foundation. It was like, we're in love, this is what we're doing. And then somewhere in between building this relationship and this happy life, something ended. I'm not seeing the part that ended. Matter of fact, the Ten of Cups is also about ending, since it is about tens, but something happened between that time frame, and now it's time to get back to it and pick up where things left off. And you are either going to be explaining why you had to go away, why you had to disappear, or someone is explaining this to you. The only thing that worries me for you is that you might hear some sort of news about somebody being pregnant. It even could be one of those crappy situations where you guys took a break. It's like you've been broke up for like 6 months. Within that 6 months, they ended up getting somebody pregnant. It's like, are you serious? You know, it may be something like that. So it might not be that dramatic. Let me go ahead and just kind of see what this is. I think what it is, why someone is ignoring this peace offering, or they're ignoring their spirits, like I said, for some of you it's because your desires are right in front of your face, but you're ignoring it, or you're trying to ignore what you are. Someone who's been flirting with you, or who's been showing you that they're interested, because you've been emotionally unavailable. Or maybe you were waiting for a better approach. It's like, I don't like the way this person is approaching me. I just don't like the way they're coming at me. Maybe it's too indirect, but I feel like either way here, you're going to get direct communication. You know, maybe at first something was going under the radar, but not anymore. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move on to deck number 2. We have the 3 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, the Tower, the Lovers, Ace of Pentacles, Chariot, 5 of Pentacles, Devil. Okay. Okay, so I feel like someone is coming towards you, or you are getting ready to pursue your dreams. It's like maybe you were torn about something, but all of a sudden you have made some sort of decision and you're going after it. You're like, okay, I've decided. But I almost feel like you took off and just kind of like stopped to look. I also see this as something happening when people aren't paying attention. Like doing something when it's very silent. It makes me think of when someone wakes up at 3 in the morning and just packs their bags and runs off, gets in their car and just starts driving. It's like doing something like doing something in silent is what I'm getting here. It's like saying the early bird gets the worm. So I feel like someone is trying to take the initiative before anyone else does. It looks like it could have been a pause too. It could be that you wanted to get one last look at everything. It also makes me feel like when someone is moving out of their house and they turn back and look at it one last time, trying to gather some sort of photogenic memory of everything, just like taking everything in because you know you're getting ready for a change. That's what it makes me think of that. Like it's making me emotional. Like you step back to get perspective before you change scenes. It's also about looking at something that you've accomplished here, taking some sort of temporary time out just to look at everything. Say, like, I don't know if you've ever gone hiking, but you know when you get like to the top of one of those mountains and then you just kind of look down at how far you come, it's like you're exhausted, you're tired, and you're like, look at what I just did. I just walked all the way up here, you know. And I feel that it's almost like a now what do I do next type of energy. I'm just kind of looking at too, it's like this is some sort of project. Something has been ongoing, or you've been building something. Maybe it's been your artwork, maybe it's something that you've just really built. I feel like you established something, and I can't remember which reading that just happened in, but it's like you just finished something, and then here's the tower coming in, destroying everything you've been building. It's almost, I don't know if you were going in the wrong direction. I don't know that it's about going in the wrong direction. It's just kind of like tired of something, so you destroy it. You know, like when you were a little kid, and have you ever made like houses out of cards? You just kind of like tried to balance everything, and you were so accomplished after it. Maybe you looked at it for a long time, kept it up several days, and then one day you just walked by it, you got tired of it, and you're like, okay, that's enough. And you just kind of like blew the whole thing down. And it's after it took you so long to build it up. It makes me also think of like a domino effect. I don't know if something is going to happen in a domino effect where everything just starts falling down, but yet aligning at the same time. You know, it's like a beautiful pattern. It's like after you create like this ginormous domino stature or whatever it is, and then it looks like, oh, all that hard work, and you just knock it down with that flick of a finger or whatever, and everything looks so beautiful as it's crumbling down and falling and forming into something else. So there is something very transformative and beautiful happening all at the same time. And it's like you're okay with it. You're at peace with how something is falling apart, how something is changing and going into something else. You've built something up around you. You've built up some sort of barrier or protection. It's like, it's almost like you wrote a whole chapter of your life. You've lived an entire chapter of your life. You've learned to identify with this person that you transformed into. You were proud of this person that you transformed into, but now it's time to let it all go because the change is coming in. Your life is getting ready to change. It's time for you to make room for something or someone. And here is the Lovers. So some of you may be getting ready to fall in love out of the blue. Maybe you're letting all your guards down. Maybe everything that you wrote about, let's just say, for instance, you built up this character of yourself that you were just this strong, independent person. You give zero fucks about anybody. You know, you're this, you're that. You're Superwoman, you're Superman. You just don't care, and people know you by this person, this identity. And then one person comes into your life and shatters that entire image with a conversation, a look. This is like some love at first sight type of energy. They just come into your life and obliterate everything that you thought you stood for. And then how this is right beneath the Chariot. The Chariot is you being driven. This is you setting boundaries. You've like, I've set these boundaries and I live by my rules and I'm in charge and I confront my fears. And you are this fearless being that has mastered some part of your life. And here's the Tower striking down everything that you represented here. Your strength, your ability to care. You're exposed. It's like the universe intervened and has revealed your heart and soul. Before maybe you thought you were ready, or you knew it was coming, you had a premonition that something was coming. It just changed. It just changed within an instant here. And I feel like the Chariot came because some of you were grieving. Some of you were at a loss. Some of you have been crying silently. You did not want to come off vulnerable. Maybe you felt like this energy took advantage of you. Someone took advantage of you. Someone used you. People have been using you. Society has used you. You've been a puppet on someone's string, or maybe you were the puppeteer, and now there are some sort of regrets because of you playing so many games here. You had someone eating out the palm of your hand. You took advantage of a power or a gift that you had and maybe became a monster at some point. Seductive, but yet still a monster. And here you are feeling like material things mean nothing, or, you know, none of those things matter. Make me think of Lauryn Hill and D'Angelo. Nothing even matters at all. If you listen to the lyrics of that song, you know, it is just like a beautiful love song. But I feel like maybe you're realizing that none of the stuff that you built up around yourself matters. Maybe you did master materialism here, because the devil is all about materialism. The car, the home, the clothes, the status. And then you just did that all by yourself, but have no one to share it with. And it's like regretting all of that here. And it's like you could, the key is here for you to exit, but it's like, you know, maybe you were refusing to go through that door, or to unlock it, or to let someone in. Maybe someone's been knocking at the door. Maybe the devil's been knocking at the door. And you were just like, you can't come in. And it's just like, but why not? I don't know. You know, I don't know what your excuse was, but there's the key. And now it's just a matter of you unlocking that. And I feel like it is happening here. I feel like the thing or the person that you missed, you're being matched with it. I feel like your faith is being restored, because here you don't have any faith. You're too caught up into something, grieving about the past or grieving about some other things. Maybe you were grieving over a Capricorn, but Spirit is bringing you a Gemini. Who knows? But whatever the case, I feel like you're getting ready to have what you've been praying for. You're being aligned. All of this happened so that you could be in alignment with the path that you're supposed to be on. So also, whatever decision that you're kind of thrusted into, like you were at a crossroads, it's almost like you were forced to make a decision. Something maybe forces you to make a quick decision. If this is a love situation, I think you should look at your synastry charts and see if there's any placements between your Uranus and somebody's Venus, or vice versa. Uranus, Venus, Uranus, first house, any type of personal plan, maybe Uranus, Moon. I feel like it's more so like pleasant planets, like Moon, Jupiter, Venus, the ascendant, seventh house. It's like, because something is coming off as instant recognition, an instant connection. You might receive a call from someone, or you might call someone, or even if it's by accident. I've told this story before. Like one time, apparently at the time this person was for me, but my phone called this person and I kept trying to hang it up, and the screen was like flickering and going crazy, and I was like, wow, what is this? And I was like really trying to hang up the phone and stop from calling that person, and they answered the phone, and then of course I was like, well, I'm not hanging up in their face now. But it was really weird how that happened. I don't know why I was trying to avoid talking to them. I don't know if I was mad at them, or I don't know. I can't remember what it was. I just remember that one specific time where I looked down and my phone was calling that person. Even if I had my phone in my hand for a minute, whatever I was looking at, I set it down, looked down, and it's calling them. And then I just remember seeing the screen, like, it was like it was freezing up. The screen was like freezing up and blanking out, and I was like, in call. That was just such a weird thing. So it might be something like that, where the universe kind of forces two people to have some sort of heart-to-heart conversation. And I do see someone is there's going to be an opportunity to start new, start fresh. This could be a business opportunity that you have been avoiding or running from. It can be a love situation that you were avoiding or running from, but it's here. I feel like it ends up, whatever you were waiting for or anticipating is finally arrived. So something has finally arrived. It could even be like a package, but I do feel like this energy here, even though there's a puppet here, it's still like how his hand is extended. And maybe you don't trust this person. You know, maybe this person has hurt you in the past. Maybe this person plays mind games. Maybe this is more so the shadow side of a Capricorn than the good side of the Capricorn has been revealed to you. But now they're like, okay, I'm serious this time. And see how it looks like this is an extension of their offering. They're like, no, I'm serious this time. I was playing before, but I'm serious. Or I'm sorry. Like, I really feel like someone is trying to put in some serious effort into maybe an apology, or someone is trying to show you give you a gift. Maybe someone does want to show you that they're ready for commitment. Maybe something is permanent. I'm seeing permanent, and I just saw like my tattoo here, and then I saw the tattoo on his chest, and I'm looking at this. Maybe somebody is becoming immortalized through ink. So maybe you are getting a tattoo, or maybe someone is getting a tattoo in your name, or something that represents your connection. Yeah, but nevertheless, I just feel like this is a new start. Maybe you will hear from someone or receive some sort of news within 3 days, 3 weeks, or on the 3rd. Let me look at the Tower first. I also feel like something happens as you're preparing work, as you're getting ready to sit down and go to work or do your work or whatever it is that you do. Like your phone rings, the doorbell rings, there's a knock at the door. Something happens in the middle of your work or your daily routine, or you might get separated from your job. Maybe it was a choice between work and love, career and love. Whatever it is that you do on a daily basis, I feel like is getting ready to change. Something also, this is also about something being revealed, someone having some sort of realization. Maybe it is understanding why you had to let something go, why you had to disconnect. I feel like you're undergoing some sort of awakening here, another awakening, another transformation. I almost feel like something wakes you up in the middle of the night. Maybe you witness some sort of miracle in the middle of the night, or your spirit guides knock something over, or it's like something may awaken you in the middle of the night and wake you up out of your sleep. Could be a dream. That's what I was getting ready to say. It could be a dream with the moon. You're being asked to trust your intuition, and whatever it is that you're discovering puts an end to your worry, puts an end to your anxiety. It's time to trust again. Time to put those guards down. If you've been fighting with someone, it's time to stop. I feel like the reason why some of you maybe had to fall out is because there was something within yourself that you still needed to work on before this person could come back into your life, and same for them. Like, it's something that this person also needed to discover within themselves, that you guys were not going to be able to see if you had been together. Together, you would have been blinded by some sort of flaw that you had. So you had to go your separate ways so that you could realize what that flaw was, and now you can get back together, because now you have some sort of understanding about yourself. Even if it was a situation where you were torn between two people, maybe you kept, even though you were with someone new, maybe you kept wondering about someone from the past who had recently returned. And maybe you kept wondering, what if? Maybe, yeah, you had to go see what if, and now you know. And now you're like, okay, now I don't have to wonder what if anymore, because, you know, I learned my lesson. So I feel like for some of you, you could also be learning some sort of lesson, or you had to learn some sort of lesson. Let me look at the Three of Wands. Some of you have been trying to keep your options too open. I feel like somebody is waiting on confirmation, or you're waiting on confirmation to receive news of something. Maybe you saw something and you didn't know what to make of it. So it was when you saw it, it was some sort of initial shock, and you had to overcome that. Something triggered in your anxieties, I feel like, too, and you had to recover from it. Yeah, you had to recover from some sort of initial shock, something that you didn't see or realize, and you had to kind of gain perspective. You had to kind of take a step back. Maybe pride was in the way. Pride could have been the thing that blinded you. I feel like you're learning something about your self-worth. And I'm just going to quickly look at the Lovers and then move on to deck number 3. Someone was too proud to say that they missed you or loved you, or you have been too proud to say that. I'm seeing Cupid's arrow. It's like Cupid is invisible somewhere around you and waiting for the right time to strike the both of you. Yeah, I feel like the Lovers is about someone who you may have walked away from, and you guys both went through some sort of metamorphosis, which is why I'm seeing a butterflies here too. You know, you were in a cocoon state. Maybe there had been dead silence, and now the two of you are getting another opportunity or deciding to reconnect again. And I feel like in a love situation, you know, the both of you missed one another. There's that Tower again. Wow. So the both of you probably missed one another, and now you're getting an opportunity to talk about it, because there was an opportunity, but I feel like someone slept on it or missed it or refused it, and then they regretted it. Yeah. All right, so I mean, I hope that that helped or resonated or will make sense at some point. So let's go ahead and move on to deck number 3. Oops, I forgot to hold them up. So we have the Chariot again, for those of you that are cross watching all of them. 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles again, 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Queen of Wands, 7 of Cups again. Okay, so again, something, I feel like someone is getting ready to confront their fears. It's like someone has blinders on. I feel like someone has been healed. I also feel like someone is waving waving a flag, or getting ready to stick their flag in something, like getting ready to claim their dream. So whatever it is that you dream or desire, it's like you're getting ready to state your claim. Maybe it's a piece of property, maybe it's a person, maybe it's a job. But I feel like you are coming out victorious over the other competitors. I also feel like some of you were gifted with something. There is an apology on the way. There's a need to forgive. I'm seeing a mutual apology, give and take. Like, I'm sorry for this. Okay, well, I'm sorry for that too. And then I'm just noticing a lion on this person's armor, and we are in Leo season. So maybe this is also some sort of, and then here we have the Little Dipper or the Big Dipper, some sort of star alignment. And you know, I told you guys on my Instagram that someone brought to my attention actually on here about Lionsgate. I think that was Southern Mystic. Hey, Southern Mystic. But I have heard of Lionsgate, but when she said that, I was like, wait a minute, let me go look at this some more. And you know, it does have something to do with an alignment that's currently in the sky, and I forgot how long it lasts. Whoever knows, you can put it down below. But it's like this window of opportunity that is open now. And it's funny because I was talking about windows of opportunities and blessings coming in, but for a limited time, and that was before I noticed the whole Lionsgate thing. And I'm sorry, I was looking at something else on his clothes. But yeah, I feel like something is coming towards you, or something belongs to you, but you have to claim it while the opportunity is available. So I feel like you are off to claim something that you feel is yours, that belongs to you, that you prayed about, that you're being blessed with. Something is being given to you, an opportunity is being granted to you here. I feel like your needs will be taken care of. This is also something in regards to hope being restored. There's a need to really focus on your goals here. I feel like you have been maybe establishing something or preparing something. I see someone either making handcraft jewelry. I feel like someone has something for you, like a literal gift that they wrote, something that they wrote or made themselves, created themselves. It took a lot of hard work, but they did it for you, or you did something for somebody, and you're getting is getting ready to be delivered. It's on the way. Something is on the way. So here's that offering coming in. So it looks like there's going to be a reconciliation. Maybe you fell out with a friend or family, or you know, a loved one. But I just feel like this is some sort of offer of apology, and it's like everything is clear again. Everything makes sense again. I feel like there's going to be trust, like there's a need to rebuild trust, because it looks like maybe someone's feelings got hurt, or someone could have been betrayed. Someone could have allowed a third party to intervene. Even if it's something in regards to, you know, dealing with your family or friends. I remember this one time where, like, me and my mom, we are really close. And one time this guy, it wasn't romantic, I don't think, but this guy started influencing my mother, and I didn't trust him. I was like, something's off about him. He was my mother's always been a business-minded person, and he was a businessman, and he was like always gathering people together, and they were going to these meetings, and he was selling this idea to people, and he kept acting like he just knew what he was talking about. He was trying to help my son with some stuff, but I just didn't trust whatever he was offering. And he had my mother so convinced that she kept saying, you should do this, you should join us, you should blah, blah, blah. And one day she got so mad at me, we had an argument over this stupid man that had influenced her. Turned out the man was a con artist, and basically everything he sold to everybody was shot to shit, because he had nothing to back it. He swindled people out of money, whatever. And to me, that's an example of a third party intervening someone's peace, intervening someone's trust. So I feel like this is something that happened like a snake, because we got the Seven of Swords here. So someone is like a snake that kind of entered your life or entered your relationship or your work situation. Maybe you were supposed to be work partners and have equal say in a project, and this person came and stole all the credit, said all the ideas were mine. Here, your little ideas back here that they or their ideas that was theirs that they left out, but they took credit for your ideas. This can be someone also stealing some sort of intellectual property. So be careful that you are protecting your work some type of way. Anybody, you guys, please let me know if somebody is using my pictures or anything and sticking it on their work. Please look out for me. And then that happened to my girl Divinity Tarot. Somebody was using her picture on Instagram and selling their services, and she didn't know nothing about it. So be careful about your work, because someone might be, claiming it. Even if this could be a fan, or something, it's like admiration, but damn, think of your own shit. I understand flattery is a form of, what do you call it? Like copying is a form of flattery, but goddamn, So it could be a situation like that where someone is stealing your creative ideas or your work ideas. Now, in a love situation, it also looks like, yes, it looks like a third party. Someone allowed someone to lie to them, or someone got involved with a coworker, or someone that they interacted with on an everyday basis. And maybe they thought the feeling was mutual, but turned out that it was just an illusion here with the Seven of Cups. So maybe someone allowed an illusion to come in between their love relationship, and maybe they're having some sort of regrets. And it looks like someone is also doing something possibly behind your back. Or maybe you are doing something behind someone's back. She's sitting up here resting, minding her own business. Maybe she's asleep, and here somebody is sneaking off at night, going somewhere else, doing something without permission. Maybe it's not about cheating. Maybe it's just, I don't want you going out with your friends, or, you should be back in the house. If you trust it, a relationship should be built on trust. And, if you're sneaking out to go see your friends, when I said that you shouldn't, I think as a couple, you should be back in the house around 1 in the morning. What are you doing out to 4 and 5 in the morning? So someone might be sneaking in the house in the middle of the night. So there's some sort of deception going on in a relationship, but it does look like affairs for many of you. Someone maybe is having an affair behind your back, or you are. The only positive thing I could pull out of this is like someone planning like a surprise party or a surprise engagement or a surprise trip even. And that would be the good thing. So maybe, someone even went as far as hurting you so that they could get away with something, so that you could be misled to thinking that they didn't care about you. One more personal example of how I can turn this into like a positive sneaking situation. So I'm 14, at school. I had my first serious boyfriend, so in love with him, and I don't know how schools, if they still do this, or, you know, maybe not at every high school, but like certain holidays, especially Valentine's Day, which I believe this was, before Valentine's Day, I think it's like a week before, you can put your orders in, like, and purchase carnations for $1 a piece. You can put your little message on there, and, you know, at lunchtime or whatever, in the middle of class, someone comes in and hands out the gifts or the flowers or whatever. And it's making me think of Mean Girls. Like, such and such for Gretchen. No, nothing for you, Gretchen. And he just like walked away. I know I'm just like rushing through that little scene on Mean Girls, but you guys know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. Nothing for Gretchen Wiener. And then he like laughed. That part is so funny. Okay, but seriously, so the time came and everybody got their little flowers and handouts. And I'm like, are you serious? My boyfriend didn't give me nothing. I didn't get anything. And everybody looking at me like, damn, her boyfriend didn't get her nothing. Because everybody knew that we were going together. And so I was so angry at him. And I saw him in the hallway. And it's like, I was like yelling at him and this and that. And so he didn't say anything. He let me beat on his chest and do all of that stuff, act a fool. And it's like the next thing you know, I think his friend came up behind him with my gift and was like, he was holding out. He was holding out on you. And he gave me my flowers and stuff and my little beautiful message that I kept for so many years that my ex-boyfriend threw away, creep. But he had planned that whole thing and risked, knowing that I was going to be upset, to give me that gift. So that I went to say all of that to say that yes, this could be some sort of surprise, like someone is hurting you on purpose because they don't want to ruin a surprise. Maybe you don't know that someone has been planning on something and they know the risk. It's like you sitting up here thinking that someone forgot about you. This might be you, and it's just like, did you forget about me? You're not paying attention to me. You've been it's like someone has been so caught up into planning this surprise to keep you confused, and then they come out with a pleasant surprise. So I know that's not going to be for everybody, but that was just like a positive example to take that in. Let me go ahead and look at this Seven of Cups here, see what this confusion is all about. Now, also maybe that, you know, if you're dating several people, maybe you are just confused about all these people and you're like, I don't know, these people seem like they don't have anything to offer. Everyone's shallow. But for whatever reason, it's like maybe you're keeping it secret that you're dating other people. I almost get maybe someone secretly wants to see the grass is green, if the grass is greener on the other side. And it's like, well, I don't want to break up the whole relationship. Let me test the waters first. And if I don't like it, I'll be back. So I do see something shady like that. And then I also see self-sabotage, like someone who ruins their own relationships. Maybe because they don't trust. Someone has been planning something for you and you're unaware of it. Someone has kept you in the dark on purpose. Someone has clouded your judgment on purpose. Someone has been playing mind games with you on purpose. I feel like this is all a part of their plan. We have Eight of Pentacles coming up twice, and over here it's on top. This is some sort of plan here. Someone is getting ready to express how they feel. And it looks like someone is also maybe having some sort of sadness or regrets or feels bad about something that they said or did, wishing they could take it back. And then I feel like someone has some sort of reality check here. I'm also getting someone's anxiety getting the best of them. I feel like 1 minute your anxiety could have been going haywire. You were having all these negative feelings, and then all of a sudden you gained your confidence back and you started focusing on yourself again. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to think about that. I'm going to focus all on me. You're channeling all your heartache or into your work, or you just kind of focused on your everyday life. And then all of a sudden something catches you off guard. Something takes you by surprise. Something gets revealed about how someone feels about you that maybe, I don't know. I feel like everything has to start over from ground zero. Everything you've built up some sort of character or persona to the point where you're like, well, I don't know what I want anymore. I don't know who I am anymore. I thought I was this. I thought I was that. I've been so confused and disappointed. And then something happens to give you clarity. Let me look at this Seven of Swords. That came out again. That's funny. Okay, so someone is causing some sort of confusion. You might be causing some sort of confusion. Whatever it is whatever has been ongoing, this cycle of deception, someone's cover is getting ready to be blown. I feel like I don't know why it's making me think of a mouse. And you know how a mouse will come out when the lights go out, and it's like at night, that's when they have to do their work, when everyone's asleep and no one's paying attention, everything's quiet. That's when they start gnawing on shit and creating their little escape routes, planning their little home while everyone's asleep. And it's like they keep coming out, running in and out, and doing things until the lights come on, and it's just like someone's pattern is being disrupted. Their plans it's like, man, it's getting rerouted. I feel like something was a good run. It was a good run, but now you're caught. You've been able to get away with this a lot, but not anymore. It like the buck stops here. I just want to say it like that. But seriously, it's like the buck stops here. It stops, like, no more. Okay, that's enough. It even makes me think of like identity theft. It's like you keep trying to do a little bit at a time so that you don't get caught. Like, I'll use $50 off this person's credit card, $50 here and there. And it's just like all of a sudden the feds come in like stop. That's enough. We caught you. We added up. We figured out your pattern. Whatever this secret pattern is, and it could be identity theft. It's like someone gets stopped and caught in their tracks. Someone gets stopped like a deer in headlights. Wow. Maybe someone has been taking money behind your back. Maybe this is even some sort of computer hacker. Someone's been quietly going in and out of your computer some type of way. Maybe you're dealing with someone who's very computer savvy. And they could be using that skill to hack into your phone or into your computer. And it's like somebody slips up. It's like you've been getting away with this for this amount of time, but now you're getting stopped dead in your tracks. Now there's going to be proof of what someone has been sneaking around doing. Even if it was a surprise engagement, it's like, ooh, your plans you just got busted. Yeah, these plans, it's like now something has to be, we have to go to plan B. It's like, oh damn, back to the drawing board, got to start over. I also feel like if this was an unstable relationship where there was some sort of self-sabotage or lack of trust, it's like maybe this is you catching yourself and having this realization that you've been a culprit the whole time, and now when you have an opportunity to rebuild or regain someone's trust or start over on a relationship or start over period with something in your life, you're getting a chance to. It's like, let's start over, let's rewrite this. No, we can't avoid this conversation. It's inevitable. Maybe someone has been trying to avoid a conversation. And it's just like, no, we can't do that anymore. That's what the problem was, because somebody kept hiding, someone kept avoiding the darker parts, and it's just like, no. See, and I wasn't gonna say it, but I do see something in regards to someone being released from jail. Maybe someone that you know, not you because you're watching this, but maybe someone that you know ghosted you, or maybe someone has been very suspicious or odd acting because they've been doing some sort of activity that landed them in jail. Maybe it's about running, being illegal in a sense where, you've been getting away without a license, or driving without a license, or driving without having your plates updated, and it's just like, bam, you're getting caught this time. Like, no, fix this. So, ooh, that does worry me. And then we do have car. So, make sure that everything is up to standards with your car as well. But I do feel like something weird could have happened where someone has maybe been in jail, or someone has been in some sort of rehab or a mental institution, like a mental facility. I'm trying to think of a better name for it, because the Saturn in me just wants to be so blunt and direct. But yeah, another institution where you were getting help or assistance in healing. And it's like I couldn't talk about it, or I couldn't share it, or maybe that is why you have not heard from someone. And then all of a sudden they come out and, express, hey, I've been, locked up, and I was beating around the bush. I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't know how to tell you I was in an institution. I didn't know what you'd think of me. So something's been going on where maybe I feel like someone needed help, and they were trying to cover that up. Maybe you've already been connected with somebody and you're like, I can't put my finger on it. Something's very confusing about their behavior or something that they've been doing. And finally, they get caught, or you find something, or you're put in an awkward situation where, okay, now I got to tell you the truth, or I got to tell you what's been going on, because your back is turned here. So you are oblivious to something that's going on here. You're very confused. Very confused. All right, so I hope that makes sense. I hope it helps. Please feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.